Which one of these is an actual law? A. Montgomery, Alabama. It is illegal to bring a rabbit into a hardware store. B. Knoxville, Tennessee. It is illegal to screech your tires in front of a government building. C. Little Rock, Arkansas. It is illegal to honk your horn near a sandwich shop after 9. Or D. South Bend, Indiana. It is illegal to whistle within 100 feet of a construction site. Meanwhile, we're like, wait a minute. A minute ago, a guy got stabbed to death with a pen. Now we're mandating recipes? How did we get here? I love that Casino is a movie about crime syndicates, corruption, and Vegas excess, but the real villain, unequal blueberry distribution.
Visible to the naked eye, as opposed to the naked ear. How many naked body parts get involved in this situation? Because if we're looking at the rings of Saturn through our naked asses, I've got questions.
Pesci does the whole, like funny how, like a clown, like I amuse you? Not that routine, right? How great would it be if he was suddenly in makeup with a big red nose and floppy shoes? You think you can make better balloon animals than me, tough guy?
This is the Snaggletooth Rock and Roll Podcast.
We will be at Low Heaven Tuesday night at the Auto Bar, coming up very quickly.
There will be lots of live streaming.
Yep. I might even remember my stick this time.
She's got a selfie stick. Folks, we're serious about this.
I got to practice today.
You gonna practice your stick?
Yeah.
Okay.
You always got to practice your stick a little bit.
Yeah. Let's talk about socks and shine boxes.
Martin Scorsese's got so many huge films under his relatively tiny hat.
He's a little man.
But the two I like the most are Goodfellas and Casino. Two mob movies full of quotable moments, and the way he uses basically the same cast but flip-flops the characters feels like some kind of Italian wife swapping contest.
In Goodfellas, De Niro plays Jimmy Conway, a brutal Irish thug, the kind of guy that'll leave you bleeding in the trunk at 3 a.m. while he helps himself to a home-cooked meal. But in Casino, he's a card shark and casino owner that's fond of pink robes and Qualizaires, and this is true, he would rather sit around in his boxers at work than risk his pants getting wrinkled.
I think that's some kind of OCD level thing. Frank Vincent plays Billy Bats in Goodfellas, a jolly sort of paisan that doesn't mind a little ball busting and shows a great tolerance for Irish hoodlums. But in Casino, he's Frank Marino, not the guitar player,
No.
a relatively docile character relaying messages to the family back home. He does prove to have a Major League Baseball level bat swing towards the end of the film. The character that remains consistent through both, of course, is Joe Pesci's character, who's as brutal as they come in both movies. And he's such a creative killer, proving anything can be used as a weapon, from a telephone to a gun, ballpoint pen. That's creativity, people.
It's the random charming moments in both movies that are my favorite, as they often have nothing to do with the plot whatsoever. Tommy's mother pulls out a painting for her 3 a.m. visitors with the two dogs and the old man. One's going east and the other's going west, so what? Another one is the muffin scene in Casino. De Niro sits down with the front man of the Tangiers, and he actually can't focus on their conversation because his muffin doesn't have enough blueberries. He browbeats the chef to get an equal number in every muffin, who takes the news as a disgruntled Walmart cashier. Do you realize how long that is going to take? Meanwhile, we're like, wait a minute. A minute ago, a guy got stabbed to death with a pen. Now we're mandating recipes? How did we get here? I love that Casino is a movie about crime syndicates, corruption, and Vegas excess, but the real villain, unequal blueberry distribution. And that's what finally breaks De Niro.
And honestly, I get it. Once you notice your muffin is light on blueberries, it's all over. That muffin is dead to you. You can't unsee it. That betrayal is just bitter. Sharon Stone is great at Casino. I like the scene towards the end where she is so furious at De Niro that she can't find anything to throw at him, so she reaches down and just starts pulling up grass and shrubs so she can hurl them like a possessed landscaper. You son of a bitch! Again, creativity. Honestly, Sharon Stone deserved that Oscar nomination for just that scene. No one's ever weaponized landscaping so dramatically. Botanical warfare.
And of course, we all know the Henry Hill scene. You're a funny guy, Tommy. Pesci does the whole, like funny how, like a clown, like I amuse you? Not that routine, right? How great would it be if he was suddenly in makeup with a big red nose and floppy shoes? You think you can make better balloon animals than me, tough guy? And of course, after stretching everyone's nerves to snapping point, Tommy's like, I almost had him. I almost had him.
Like, oh, cool, thanks. My heart rate just hit final level boss music, and you're out here doing open mic night. Honestly, it's genius. Because that moment captures exactly what makes mob movies so scary and funny. You never know if you're about to get a punchline or a bullet to the head.
You never want to put a fish in your car, unless you're going to wrap it up real good. Our feature interview this week is with Yvan Cluet and Thierry Septier of the Paris-based alt metal band Tigerleech. We went bananas for their great new album, Bicephalus, so we were chomping at the bit to get these guys on the show. It's a great discussion that covers the making of the album, the French metal scene in 2025, and where their incredible aggression comes from for the record. We also get into a discussion on space travel, French horror movies, and even the evils of Ticketmaster, so stay tuned for that. For now, let's hear the awesome When You Cross the Border.
When you cross the border, it's like you cross the swing. It's a place where fear grips into your marrow, where the tears of death you drop into your soul. You shatter, stop with you, and no place anywhere. You have no rights.
Okay, let's talk about Patreon. The site is patreon.com/snaggletoothpodcast, and for $6.66 a month, you get an ATV with an extremely uncomfortable seat full of Marks and Stace.
Yes, it does cost a lot to keep this show going, and in helping us, you do help the metal underground that we promote, including, things like selfie sticks, which I had to do.
Sometimes it's the indie rock underground that we promote.
It is.
You never know.
sometimes It is.
There's so many undergrounds that we promote. We're very underground oriented.
Also, follow us on Instagram. Like I said, we will be live streaming from our show Tuesday night. If you miss it, or you're having dinner with your in-laws, that's okay. I publish it, so if you don't catch it live, you can catch it later.
That's right. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you never miss an episode. And also subscribe to our other podcast, the Snaggletooth Decay Extreme Music Podcast. And that way you'll have a dose of Mark and Stace every week.
We work hard every week putting the show together, trying to make it as quality driven as we can.
Except for the next minute, because I think it's time. Hit it.
And now it's time for Obnoxious Trivia!
All right. Went completely bonkers for this one.
Great.
I really
I'm
did.
afraid.
Okay.
I'm in danger.
Obnoxious Trivia number 1. In 2022, 3 boys from Indiana, Dylan Rubble, Nathan Erickson, and Garrett Jensen, broke the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest flight of a paper airplane. How far did their Mach 5 paper airplane fly? A, 92 feet, B, 127 feet, C, 290 feet, or D, 403 feet?
I was never good making paper planes. Someone even gave me lessons, and I couldn't get it to do anything but a nosedive. Paper planes. Is there a stiff breeze with the inside or outside? I'll go with C, 290 feet.
Very good. Ding, ding, ding. You got it. That's right. Can you imagine going that far? And
No.
it was significant because up until then, the record was always held by the Japanese, the origami paper people. So he really, I think there might have been some hairy carries because of this.
Wow.
Honestly.
Wow.
Yeah. 3 Merkins got it done. So
They had to do that outside.
I don't know.
Anywhere in your house that would have hit a wall.
I couldn't find much about it. But anyway. Okay. Number 2. According to FoxNews.com, which artist currently has the most expensive concert ticket in 2025? A, Taylor Swift, B, Bruno Mars, C, Drake, or D, Dead and Company?
My knee-jerk reaction says it has to be Taylor Swift because she's so ridiculous. Making people fly to New Orleans to see her show and all that stuff. But I don't know. I'll go with Bruno Mars. Maybe he has to cover lots of
You are
death
on
or-
fire today. That is
Wow.
correct. Yes.
Wow.
It's like average of $250 a ticket to see Bruno Mars now.
He's
Yeah.
got a lot of backup dancers. He's got to get all of them paid. And
Taylor Swift wasn't even on the list.
really,
Neither was Drake, but Dead and Company were like 3rd or 4th.
wow.
That's a whole. Okay. Obnoxious Trivia number 3. Stace is really killing it today. Number 3. Which one of these is an actual law? A, Montgomery, Alabama. It is illegal to bring a rabbit into a hardware store. B, Knoxville, Tennessee. It is illegal to screech your tires in front of a government building. C, Little Rock, Arkansas. It is illegal to honk your horn near a sandwich shop after 9. Or D, South Bend, Indiana. It is illegal to whistle within 100 feet of a construction site.
I can see why you wouldn't want to bring a rabbit to a hardware store. I had a rabbit who had a thing for chewing through electrical cords. It almost ruined my vacuum, chewing through the cord. But I don't know if that would be a problem in a hardware store. I think I heard C one time that it's illegal to honk your horn near a sandwich shop.
Oh my God, you're batting 1,000.
I
Ding,
think
ding,
I
ding.
did that once.
Yeah.
And I was like,
What a ridiculous waste of taxpayer money.
what if you're late with the to-go order?
All right, let's see if Stace can get 4 for 4. Okay. Number 4. Back in 2015, the Chinese company Two Black Pork in the Shandong province began doing what to its pigs to make them tastier? Was it A, adding fresh herbs and kale to their food, B, forcing them to dive 39 feet into a river, C, running them through complex obstacle courses, or D, piping soothing music into the pig pen areas?
I always thought exercising them made the meat tougher. So I'm going to X out B and C. I'm going to say D, piping soothing music into the pig pens.
Wow.
So close. Was it A?
It was B,
Really?
making them dive. That's longer dive than any human diving competition. And the only explanation was if you can force one of them to jump, then the others will follow it down.
Okay.
Yeah, and
They're like
there's
lemmings.
there's all kinds of videos. I'll put up a quick video of it. Yeah, clip. Yeah, check this out. Pigs jumping off a diving board. Wow. Anyway, all right, almost got it. So she didn't break my record. It still stands. This has been Obnoxious Trivia. That was lovely. It's time for our Snaggletoon. And this week, we're going to take a look at strange phrases, and we'll call this one Mark and Stace Double Down.
Think about some phrases people drop all the time that are totally redundant. Actual fact. Oh, you mean as opposed to a fictional fact? Like Joe Biden's golf handicap or Motley Crue farewell tours. Do actual facts exist alongside Mandela effect fibberoos about Monopoly Man monocles and Ed McMahon handing out giant checks to people?
A fact that isn't actual is just, I don't know, somebody's aunt yelling into Facebook about mayonnaise prices and the dental floss mafia. Or maybe that's just what they want us to think.
A definite maybe. Is that like an eventual acknowledgement? An ambiguous acquiescence? Now, there is something that could get on my radar unless I forget or something more interesting happens.
Free gift. Isn't a gift inherently free? Or are there kids busting out their checkbooks on Christmas morning to set up an installment plan for their gifts? Of course, then there's that tricky gift with purchase, also known as a corporate guilt offering. After all, not everyone can boast they have this handsome PBS Foundation tote bag that I got with my $100 donation. It's America's #1 most trusted media institution because of viewers like me.
Added bonus. A bonus almost has to be added, doesn't it? I don't see how it can be subtracted. Spend an extra $50 and we'll steal everything out of your glove box. Who needs a registration or tire pressure checker anyway?
Past history. Where else would history be? Future history? Unless we're talking about some Back to the Future 4 Biff puts Victorians in the roller derby situation. I'd watch it, I'm just saying. Each and every. We get it. It's not just each. It's not just every. It's the most thorough attendance check ever of you being called out. Even you, Wanda, because 96-year-olds are still capable of packing heat.
Visible to the naked eye, as opposed to the naked ear. How many naked body parts get involved in this situation? Because if we're looking at the rings of Saturn through our naked asses, I've got questions. Collaborate together. How else are you collaborating? In separate cities, sending carrier pigeons back and forth? Or what about an accidental collaboration? Like someone CC'd you on an email by mistake, and you sent back an enthusiastic 12-slide PowerPoint. Now, you're the lead creative director for a podcast about Iranian orchestras you didn't mean to join? Hell, I guess I'll grab a hijab bonnet and tuba and hope for the best.
Okay, I can't take any more. Let's listen to Tigerleech's Harry Carey for the capitalist model by its own users.
The lie of choice is created. People are tempted. Our daily lives are full of tools to analyze us, scan us, spy on us. Work, open mind. Work.
Okay, let's talk about Imperfect Foods.
Imperfect Foods is a wonderful service that delivers food, snacks, wine, beverages, pantry staples, fruit, meats, everything right to your door, packed in ice. So don't worry if you're not home.
I think she's going to bust out the Snaggle cooler.
Yeah, I have a Snaggle cooler to show you what you might like to get. We love their meats. We love their snacks. They have such unusual things you're not going to find at your local grocery store. For instance, I got us pork rinds this time from Imperfect Foods. These are sea salt and vinegar.
I can't believe they survived last night, that they're still here.
I hid them this week,
Yeah.
so we would actually have snacks.
Yeah.
So these are only 1 gram total carb per serving, much better for you than potato chips. And I know a lot of places have pork rinds, so I kind of stuff them Imperfect. It's really, really good. Like you have to do it like the food influencers. It'll never come through because this has a filter.
Listen to the
But the
crinkle.
food influencers have to
Listen to the crinkle.
Yeah, have to listen to the crinkle. How about savory onion twists? I hid these from you too.
They'll be gone tonight.
These are really good. Also, the blue cheese puffs are also really, really good. Also, this was kind of a new product. That's one thing that's Imperfect because they're always bringing out a new product. This is a beef jerky teriyaki Balboa. I got you a different one last time. I got you the other one, but this is
I don't understand it, but I accept it.
This is by Righteous Felon. They make some really tasty jerky. I actually went over to their website, but it's actually cheaper to buy them from Imperfect. Tons of good stuff. Not into exotic stuff? Well, everybody needs avocado oil. This is their brand, Odds and Ends. It'll save you a little off your order. It's kind of like their generic brand, but everything from it is fabulous. Something as simple as tuna.
Shh, don't let the lad hear. Our Russian blue is obsessed with it. He's so bad that, like, if you open anything else in a can and engage the magic machine, he's got to stick his face in it.
He's got to smell it.
Mangoes. Ugh, anyway.
A little pack of ground beef, perfect for 2 people. These are great for small families like us. If you don't have.
We're going to make
These are
tacos. We're going to make tacos.
These are called golf shrimp. They're called Big and Easy. They're super easy. They're not cooked, but they are detailed and deveined. All you have to do is cook these up and make them into a yummy shrimp salad, which I plan on doing.
Stace's shrimp salad is to die for.
Salmon fillets. I mean, now how much would you pay? I plan on making some salmon cakes out of these. And again, just the right portion for the 2 of us.
Yeah.
We don't have to buy the mega pack and hope it doesn't go bad in your.
But if you have a large family and you need more, all of the portion sizes are adjustable on their website.
So use our link. It will save you off your first order, and you too can get foods, snacks, chocolates, whatever you want delivered directly to your door. No need to go to the food store.
For the wine zombie in your life. Okay. It's time for Collecturbation. Okay, good one this week. I shifted to digital for this one. We're going to talk about the Music Cartel's various artist sampler In the Groove from 1999.
Quite a few stoner and doom labels have come and gone, but originally there was just one, Man's Ruin. This label was like a gritty old Sears department store in a questionable neighborhood, cranking out mostly vinyl singles and albums from what would be legends like Caius, Turbo Negro, and the Helicopters, among others. But the label seemed to run out of money in the early 2000s and sadly folded.
I remember seeing a picture online of like a sign on the door and it said, Man's Ruin is done because they didn't pay us.
Wow.
It's like, it was something like that. It was either, maybe it was their website. They tried to get their website. It just said, man, yeah, I remember that. Anyway, around this time, vinyl had all but vanished from the racks. This was the early 2000s, and the era of the compact disc bloomed in earnest. And quite a few colorful labels appeared to fill the gap left by Man's Ruin's decline. The boutique labels were fascinating. These were like the cool hipster coffee shops on the corner. with the orange sofas and the Persian carpeting where nobody ever looked up from their Bukowski books. Small Stone, Electro Hash, even the weirdly named German label, I Used to Fuck People Like You in Prison Records, all would fall under this category, distributing titles by bands like Red Aim, Dozer, and Color Haze.
One of my favorites was the German Hellhound label, which seemed to be the go-to place for all the mid-Atlantic doom bands to make their deals. We're talking the Obsessed, Unorthodox, Iron Man, Internal Void, the bands that would just be playing at Fells Point Dive Bar on a Tuesday night, much to our collective delight.
I thought it was really weird that these bands that were all from like Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland had to go to Germany to get a record deal.
Wow.
But they signed all of them. Anyway.
Meteor City was sort of like the crappy liquor store nobody really likes, but it's always busy because it sits at a busy intersection. The fact that it shared web space with the early noughties website known as stonerock.com seemed an unfair leg up on all the other indies. But to their credit, their roster was largely clunker-free, with bands like Elder, Solace, and Black Pyramid consistently bringing the good.
Lee Dorian's Rise Above label was essentially the slinky mall store full of stuff you desperately wanted but couldn't afford. Sleep, Witchcraft, Electric Wizard, Church of Misery. Fortunately, the age of Napster was in full bloom, and shoplifting MP3s from file sharing sites allowed us to actually hear these titles without selling pints of blood off for cash.
The U.S. counterpoint to Rise Above was a New York-based label called The Music Cartel, which had a formidable roster as well of bands from around the world. And one of the best samplers on the Music Cartel artists can be found right here on this marvelously packaged CD, simply entitled In the Groove. It's a 14-song romp through several diverse styles within the genre, from Skinner's Stained Doom to amp rep inspired skronk to outright Sabs worship and everything in between.
For those of you that can't get enough of the Birmingham Boys, Chevy's Face in the Mirror should scratch a very particular itch, as singer Steve Hennessy has captured just about every nuance of Oz's crooning years, and the creepy stop-start riffing and savage wah attacks are so potent you can practically feel the shag carpeting under your feet. Sweden's Terra Firma deliver In Orbit, powered by a Volume 4 adjacent riff and singer Lord Kritus, who also proves to be no slouch in recalling the voice of the befringed leather god. Let's hear a little of Terra Firma's In Orbit.
Those seeking instrumental oddities aren't left in the cold. West Virginia's Karma to Burn deliver a rippy beast in the form of 20, a track built on wave after wave of percussive thunder from drummer Rob Oswald, driving these helmet-adjacent oscillations to maximum violence. Plus, the Men of Clutch make an appearance as the Bakerton Group, an opportunity for Jean-Paul to show off all those Billy Cobham beats he's been practicing.
The Bakerton Group sounds like it's a conservative talk show for Sunday morning. I don't know what that's all about. Anyway.
The handful of covers on this comp are also strong, particularly Raging Slab's practically note-for-note take on Mountain's Mississippi Queen. Personally, I would have liked a little more extended soloing from the great Elise Steinman, but why complain?
Rest in peace, Elise Steinman. I'll close it out with the disc's obvious cornerstone. A cover of Lizzie's Vagabonds era classic, Gonna Creep Up on You from Leadfoot. That Carl Legel, he seems to be everywhere these days, and his distinctful draw gives this riffy beast an interesting American flavor. Plus, drummer Tim Hazeman beats the Tommies like his life depends on it in a rumbling, rolling performance that would give even Brian Downey a run for his money. Fuzz-drenched, mustachioed, and timeless, this one's a keeper for sure. One thing about the cover, there's an awful lot of hair on that arm, which leads me to believe that the cover model maybe is more Mick than Michelle. But hey, why sweat the details? Available at your local Flying J, next to the assless chaps. Have I mentioned that I would date Carl Legel? Anyway, maybe I did. At any rate, let's hear a little bit of Leadfoot. Gonna creep up on you.
Catch your hand, hot to handle. I'm gonna creep up on ya. I'm gonna creep up on ya. I'm gonna creep up on ya. I'm gonna creep up on ya.
Okay, what's your scene review?
Was anxious to find out more about Tigerleech and everything Bicephalus. What an album title.
I like the way they're like, yeah, there's a lot of good bands in France. Yeah, we kick ass.
And
Not
they
just
do.
designer jeans and wine, like, okay.
And if you haven't checked out their videos on YouTube, they are just will suck you
They
right
are
in as
killing it.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, this band needs to blow up. It's great.
So,
Anyway, take it away.
guys, we have so enjoyed this album.
Yeah, we really like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Thank you very much.
so hard and it's so intense and it's so good musically. So it's rare that you get a combination like that.
Yeah.
But so
Thanks a lot.
we had Googled a couple images of Tigerleech and they were absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
So what is a Tigerleech and what does it kind of represent about your music or philosophy?
That's for Thierry to answer.
So excuse me, can you repeat the question?
Sure, I
Sorry.
was curious about your name, the Tigerleech, because if you
Yeah.
Google it, the images are absolutely this horrifying creature.
Did you see that the lich?
Yeah.
Because there's a lich. It's a big lich, and it is black and yellow as a tiger, and its name is Tigerleech, and it eats crabs, so it's like very very tough, very tough.
Yeah, aggressive. Yeah.
Very aggressive.
So when I tried, we tried in 2013, we tried to find a name for the band, and we were around stoner music, so around Dust, around Bayou, around,
Desserts.
and I said, oh, liches, that's nice. So and I found this lich. I said, oh, that's nice. So okay, go for it.
Looks nasty, so let's go.
Yeah.
Let's take it.
Aggressive. So
Yeah.
that's nice.
So for this time around for Bicephalus, you have, in fact, he's here, your new guitarist.
Yeah,
How do you
Yvan.
say his
Sorry,
name?
Yvan, but good luck with that if you're not French.
Yvan.
Yvan.
Yeah, close enough. Don't worry.
So how did you come to work with them, and did it change the way you kind of approached your songwriting dynamics for this album?
So basically the other guitarist called Fabien, who is not here with us today, was had to move to Marseille, which is in the south of France. And so they were looking for a new guitarist, and I didn't know the band prior, but I was just looking for to join a band, and I found like how do you call it, a cool an ad kind of, or like an announcement that they were
Right.
looking for a guitarist, and I checked their songs and I loved them, so I just auditioned and they took me in. So now we have two guitarists, but one is kind of half-time, I would say. Like he joined us for the shows and whatnot, but he doesn't do the rehearsals and everything. But he still writes some songs. So, and before, correct me if I'm wrong, Thierry, but I think Fabien wrote all the music before, right?
Not on the first two EPs, the first two
Yeah.
EPs, but from the first album, yeah. The third album, it was Fabien, yeah.
Okay, yeah. And so yeah, basically we still before Fabien, the other guitarist was the only one basically writing the songs. And since Bicephalus, I joined, so I wrote a few songs in there, and I also did a little bit of arrangements for some of Fabien's songs. So it's probably a little bit more varied, I would say, in the sound. It's less like stoner, sludge, and whatnot, and more like a few different influences. And also Fabien as well changed his tastes and his influences have changed a little bit since last records. So yeah, now we have a more varied sound, I would say. More different influences. I have a little bit of prog in me, so some of the songs have a little bit prog elements. I try not to be too obnoxious with it, but sometimes I can't help it.
A little prog is always a good thing.
A
Yeah.
tiny bit of prog, not too much.
Yeah. What was it like recording at Hybrid Studios with Andrew Gilliton? I mean, how was the experience overall?
It was fun. I don't know if you want to take that one, Thierry, or
Yeah, I can tell some stuff about that. He did the three albums, Andrew, and it was okay with the first one, and he always work a lot and be with us, and and it is not expensive also, so that's a
That's always
good
a good
point.
thing.
That's
Yeah.
a good
Yeah, yeah.
point.
We're on a budget, right? So
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have
yeah,
to
yeah,
make it work. But
yeah.
that being said, we could have like saved up money, but like by recording the guitars at our places, at home. But we chose to do it at his place because that way we can get to know how he works, and it's more easy having him like um, help us get the best take possible. Because I'm the kind of guy who can how to say, like, if it sounds okay to me, I think it's fine, but I don't always necessarily go for the best. And Andrew helped me. He was like, "Oh no, this one you were a little bit flat here, or you were a little bit like there was a weird sound in here. Do another one, do another one." And so it helped me.
Yeah,
Since
yeah.
that was my first studio recording, it helped me get the best possible takes that they could get. So
So
that
he
was
was
good
the
from
guy
him.
yelling one more take, and you were the one over in the corner going, "It's fine."
Yeah, yeah. I was like, "Are you sure this one was fine, right?" Okay, fuck, let's do another one.
Did you have any problem tracks that finally fell into place during recording?
Did we? I don't. But we tried to have pretty much everything like worked out as much as possible before going into the studio. So I don't remember. Like the album came out recently, but we recorded like more than 1 year ago because it took time to get mixed and like all the process. So I don't remember too much. Do you remember, Thierry? Did we like do some last minute change or something like that, or?
No, no,
I don't think so. It
no,
was
no,
pretty
no.
straightforward.
Yeah, yeah, no.
Yeah,
Uh,
it comes across very well. There's always like, on occasion you'll find where there's something changed or at the last minute, but yours seem very together. So I was pretty sure that was going to be your answer.
Yeah,
yeah.
no. We tried to like, well, first of all, studio is expensive, right? I mean, for our
Right.
budget, it's expensive, so
Yeah, yeah.
we can't really afford to like go to the studio with like, oh, the lyrics aren't finished, or oh, this riff I still don't know. No, we need to like know what we're doing
Yeah.
if we want to have this thing done at some point. So
Some people want to slap a genre label on you like stoner or sludge, but I think you seem more ferocious than that label. What kind of ridiculous things have you heard people call you that you thought was kind of funny?
I have something for this, Thierry. I don't know if you want to answer it or.
No, go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Well, honestly, the biggest struggle is for us to label ourselves because we don't know. We've been like arguing and deciding. It used to be more stoner and sludgy, but now not so much. Now there's some metalcore in there, some elements of hardcore as well. So help us, please, if you know what to call us. Because like even if it's not like the most important thing in the world to have a name, it helps like to market ourselves. And we don't really know. We do fucking music. I don't know.
I think at the beginning it was like stoner. We wanted to do stoner music, but not like a stoner, like a psyche. It was not psyche stoner, psyche rock. And then it moves, and we all, I think, like punk music, hardcore music, metal. So it's like a big uh, a big mix of
Yeah.
all these influences, I think. So
Honestly, the most accurate word I think would be to say it's metal. I don't know much more than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's what we like and what we want to do. So
another type, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
something new. It's Tigerleech core. Fuck, I don't know.
Well, one of the things that we noticed, and we said this in our review, was that you hear a lot about that the younger bands aren't as angry. There's not that passion and anger that there was 20 years ago. But your music, it sounds furious to me. So where does the anger come from on something like When You Cross the Border? I wouldn't expect it to come from a French band, but it really comes through. I
You made
mean,
me surprised. We have some hardcore shit in France.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I would expect it if you were like in the jungles of Chile or something, but I mean, So
Well,
I mean, what do you think about that? Do you think that the anger is the same as it is in, metal and punk now as it was 20 years ago, or is it more mellow, or just how do you feel about that?
well, there are a lot of things to say. For the lyrics, I let Thierry answer, but like some of the lyrics are political and more or less political, and I think like the anger from maybe stop me if I'm saying something wrong, Thierry, but I think like since he wrote the lyrics, but the like a song like When You Cross the Border is just looking at the world and seeing something like terrible. So
Yeah,
you like I think it's supposed to make you angry. I mean, to me, that's how I feel. Like, if you don't get
Yeah,
angry at that,
yeah,
like, what's going on, you know?
yeah.
And also,
I,
I like drums that go fast and and the guitars that go chug chug chug. So I don't know.
Yeah, I love the lyrics in that one. And the whole time I was like, reading them, I thought, why in the world did they cross the border in the first place? And then I was thinking about there's a show called The Handmaid's Tale, and it kind of reminded me of that, where, they have to go back and they have to and it kind of reminded me of it channeled that in my head for me. Like maybe,
Yeah,
there's something they need to get. And it was such a powerful.
right. The whole you have no rights and just you have to lay low, and if someone asks for your papers, then there's going to be a problem, that whole thing.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Was there a
Exactly.
particular story that kind of sparked all those feelings of?
Or a relative that's a refugee or a friend that's a refugee, something like that.
no, I think it came from a book I read, and it was a story about I think the guy was a Syrian,
Yeah,
okay, and he traveled, so he had to leave his country because his brother was in a show, comment on dit, une manifestation,
in the
Yvan,
protests,
protest, yeah.
Okay, right.
So the guy has directly problem with the
the
government,
government.
Syrian
Yeah,
government. So he has to leave the country. Uh, uh, his wife left the country, I think like four years before him, and it took for him, it took 4 years to leave Syrian to go to France, and he has to stay. He has to work in Turkey. He did many works to do it with his young son. He has his son with him, and it's
yeah.
like I
It's
don't know,
it's
but
a struggle.
yeah,
It's
It was
it,
crazy. And the
it's
guy
a story
had
of
to
a really hard
during
struggle and
4 years to leave his country and to work and to get back and to get arrested in other countries, and so it was so hard to read that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was the
the,
the
the
beginning of
inspiration.
yeah.
that's great. It's a really powerful song. One of the most powerful songs I've heard this year. Really something and very different and very
Thanks a
heavy.
lot. Thank you
Well, I
very
mean,
much.
like my friends and I, we drink beer and we say, "Where's where's the Rage Against the Machine? Where's the fuck you? I won't do what you tell me. Where's that?" And I'm like, I think I found it with this French band. I have it. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. I don't.
Did,
It
did
would
you
be
see
a
did you
bit.
see the
Sorry. Go ahead.
excuse me, Ivan. Did you see the video clip?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We did.
okay.
We loved it. It's great. That even further, even more so. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
I think it would be a bit presumptuous of us to compare ourselves to Rage Against the Machine, but that's a huge compliment.
Well,
so
I would say
thanks a
that's
lot.
much closer than Stoner Rock.
Yes.
I mean, you're
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
much more of a pogo, get the crowd going, much more than like a
And
than like a
get them to
Caius or
chill
something like
with a
that,
blunt.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, for sure.
For the video, who had kind of the idea of what it would look like? I kind of wanted it to be a short film with, helicopters and spotlights and
Oh, yeah. Well, that
blood
sounds,
hounds.
We
that
don't
sounds
have
very
that kind of
expensive.
money.
That's very
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah. We
Maybe
don't
one
have that
day.
kind of money, unfortunately. But I think the idea, was it you or was it the director, Thierry? I don't remember.
No, it was the director. His name is Camille Vinet, and but he showed me I think it's a US film where the screen is split, and that was the idea to split screen
Yeah.
with
And like having like
guitars and
a symbol on the one way and the other half of the symbol of the drummer is
yeah,
like a bomb or a landmine or something, and that was the idea of the clip because
it was the
it's like
main idea. Yeah.
yeah, gets the point across, but within our budget, as unfortunately we have still to work with our limited budget. So, but I think it's worked out pretty well in the end.
Yeah.
I think another one of my favorite tracks was White Castle. Of course, when I saw the title, I was like the fast food chain, but
Yeah.
it's clearly like a prison or an institution. Either way, I felt like the Burger King had lost his mind. Can you kind of unpack a little bit about the analogy? Is it like self-journey or a self-discovery? And I love when a song that just keeps saying something's wrong with me, because everybody's felt that at some point.
Yeah. So this one is for Thierry to answer, but quickly before I have a quick anecdote. Like we don't have White Castle fast food in France, but it's fun that you point this out because what it reminded me when Thierry first showed the lyrics to us was the how Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
Yeah.
So that's my only point of reference for White Castle, but
Okay,
quick
okay,
anecdote.
Entirely
I think-
different White Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, very different.
Yeah, I think the idea is quite simple. This a guy is in a hospital, but he think he's the king. He's I don't think if you remember even when you read the lyrics, you said, it's like a Shutter Island,
Yeah, exactly.
with DiCaprio. He said he is in his world. He think he is in another world, and but no, he's a prisoner. I don't know. I don't remember
It's
the
about
movie.
delusion, basically, about thinking that like when your life sucks, making it out to be better than it is in your like imaginary world.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's basically it. Yeah,
It's quite simple. No big deal.
Yeah.
it's about craziness and about like psychological difficulties, I would say.
So would you see this king as like a villain, a victim, or both?
More of a victim, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way I interpreted it. Maybe that's for Thierry to say.
More like a victim. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, someone who has to, how to say, who
Struggle.
like you don't get to be this delusional if you don't have some like fucked up shit in your life that
Yeah,
made
exactly
you
right.
get to this point. So so yeah, it's about coping with. I mean, that's my vision of it. Thierry comes up with the lyrics, so I'm only speaking for myself, but
That's good.
it's yeah.
That's right.
What do I want to say? It's about coping with a shitty life and trying to make it so if you're in this situation, that means you must have had some pretty rough shit going in your life, so you cope however you can. So you're definitely more of a victim.
I get that out of that. It's like definitely not like an anti-hero. Like he's not like, but it doesn't strike me as good. It's definitely,
Yeah.
He strikes me as sad, really, and
Yeah.
trying to make sense of like why is life like that for me? It can't be like that. There must be something else. So
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Coping, right? Yeah.
I think I feel like that almost every day at work.
Yeah, don't we all?
Mhm.
So, Harry Carey of the capitalist model by its own users. That's a hell of a phrase.
It is.
Is it kind of like we're witnessing system collapse through self-sabotage the way you see it?
Hard question. Like I think we need to get a little bit into politics if you will, if you want to answer this question, if that's fine with you. It's basically an anti-capitalist song, like about how fucking brutal and stupid and self-destructive this system is. So the title is pretty self-explanatory. Like everything is in the title. This is the
Very
system.
punk rock.
The system. Yeah,
Very-
yeah,
very
yeah.
punk rock.
Very punk. Not the music, but I mean the music still a little bit, but the the lyrics are very punk.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think another one was 321 Ignition. What a glorious middle finger launched straight at space colonizers. I love it. And techno
Yeah.
utopians.
And
know,
it's a specific one. you know,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know which one.
it's total fury aimed at Elon Musk dreams. I get that. Or maybe Katy Perry. I don't know which.
Yeah. It was written before I mean Elon Musk was already a dumbass back then, but it was written before it was obvious to everyone in the world that Elon Musk is a dumbass. So we were pretty how do you say clairvoyant with that one. I mean Thierry fuck, I'm struggling to make a sentence. Thierry was pretty forward thinking with this one. He was like, no, he's stupid and you don't know it yet, but you realize it soon. Elon Musk is a fucking dumbass. I mean, it's not specifically about Elon Musk, but it applies.
Yeah, it's sorry. It was earlier than Elon Musk because since I mean 40 years, 50 years, we want to send people in outer space, on the moon, on Mars. So, but what's the deal? We have a beautiful planet here, and we want to send human for saving people, for saving humanity. We want to send them in space. I mean, the first thing to do is to save the beautiful planet we have here, Earth, and then maybe in the second time we can send people.
It's about priorities that are not in the right place.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck are we doing with this? Like we have some
Yeah.
bigger deals to handle here.
So the album cover, that I love the skull on that rock that's covered with lichen. It's what does the image symbolize in the context of the album title? Like, how did you come upon that artwork? You know,
the artwork. It's funny. There's a story about that because my wife, she likes a lot to walk. You know, to walk in the countryside. And she was in it's a south part in France called Cévennes, and it's like there's a lot of forest and landscape like this. And she found it, and there's many schools. It's not just like it was not just this one. There's many schools like this, and she took pictures and sent them to me and say, "Wow, see what I found? It's crazy." And say, "Wow, but
This is metal as fuck."
And it's like a, you know, between a voodoo thing or a cemetery. It's very weird.
yeah, cool.
And so I took this on and show to the other guys and say, "Oh, it's a nice cover." And you see beside the school that it's cold, it's wet, it's like it's strange,
a bit sludgy, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks occultish, like some kind of spell
Like
or
something
something was going on.
Like you'd worship it or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a cheap skull, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, sheep.
A friend of mine told me she thought it was a cow but I'm not sure either.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
But we like, to be honest, we didn't like think too hard, like oh, does this match with this song or the lyrics or that. We just thought it was cool. But now in retrospect, it's funny because there are a lot of things you can interpret it a lot of different ways, and I think it fits the music, which talks about a lot of different things and has a lot of different sounds to it. As you mentioned, it can be like talking about cults or having a weird occult kind of feel, but also you can say it's about nature, so that fits some other songs we wrote, and you can also say it's about death, which also fits some with some songs we wrote, so it can work a lot of different ways, and I think it's a pretty powerful image.
It is. It's like a little bit of death and a little bit of life and a little bit of weird. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. By the way, quick note, sorry, I just noticed your Escuela Grind shirt.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, that's really cool. I saw them live this last summer, and they were really, really, really good. So good choice here.
Yeah, we had Katerina on the show before they blew up. So
Oh,
they're one of
nice,
those
yeah.
people that if we tried to get them now, we probably couldn't, because they're too big.
Yeah.
When
Yeah, they
when
got
we
big.
saw them, we were actually there for another band and they were opening and it was in this little club. And when they got done, she was behind the merch table and this one ran right up to her and said, "Who's gonna follow that?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're intense. They're intense.
Yeah.
Again,
They were pretty good.
again, the anger, like they have it, it's
Yeah,
there
yeah. For different reasons than us, but
for different
definitely the
reasons,
anger is
right?
there. Yeah. Yeah, I fell on my ass like 3 minutes in their show. It was in an open air festival, so I was covered in mud for the rest of the day, but worth it.
Oh, that's cool.
How did you come across the term bicephalus? It's not a typical thing like with the two-headed concept.
Maybe Thierry, that one is for you.
Sorry, I don't get you,
D'où te vient
sorry.
le nom Bicephalus? Où est-ce que tu l'as trouvé, l'idée, le concept, quoi? Le truc à deux têtes. Sorry, quick translation.
The song is about what we get in our head. I think it's the same thing for every people. I mean, the good, the bad, the choice. Life is always a choice. You have to choose
Yeah.
to go for it or not to go for it. It's like the two parts of our spirit, of our mind. That's it. That's
A lot of
bicephalus means to have two heads, but it's to have two brains or two spirits, and it's like a fight between the two parts. That's it.
About the struggle, sane or insane, about all different kind of struggles you can have in your mind.
Yeah.
I think that's
Kind of like
it's funny because it's like speaking about it with you makes me think more about the lyrics and the themes that I've had in a long time of our album. I'm just a lowly guitarist, so I don't. I think in riffs more than in lyrics, but it makes me think a lot about it and I realize a lot of things that I didn't even think about before. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like, devil on one shoulder, angel on the other. Which one do you listen to?
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
That's one of the many like interpretations you can have of this word, but it definitely fits, yeah, for sure.
Although I feel this quite often with this orange cat. He's always sticking his head up here.
Yeah. Well,
He likes to do interviews. He's a mess.
I didn't see. Where is it?
He's right behind us.
Behind us right
He'll
now.
come up
Hiding.
eventually.
Yeah,
I didn't see him, but
if you see a second head coming up here, that's just him.
okay.
So I really kind of liked how you had the feeble ... and then again ... with the little ellipses, which makes them feel like kind of fragments of a bigger sentence or thought. What was the kind of significance of breaking up like feeble, which was kind of like the introduction, and then again, were we kind of meant to put them together or put missing words in between? I like how you did that.
Well, initially it was supposed to be one song called Feeble Again, And we thought like since the intro, which now is just feeble sounded good on its own, and we liked the idea of having like a little break in the album, a little breather. So we thought, how about just putting that one as a standalone, and it can be like a bit of an interlude or something, which you can take on its own, or if you take it in the like context of the record, it fits with the next and it introduces like the next part of the record. So it was more of a convenience thing. But that's something we like to do, is like we don't think it feels to me that we don't think as hard about what we do as you, and it's that's why it's really refreshing to hear like your ideas on it. I don't know that there is like it was a way to break the song in half in a way, and make with that what you will. But
And the joke was that we wanted 11 songs, not 10.
Okay.
oh yeah, that was yeah. There
So-
was that as well.
That was a good idea. Right.
Yeah. Just add one, a quick cheat.
That's awesome. So also one aspect, the last light we saw, the lyrics name check everything from pandemics to pollution. Was this inspired by like the pandemic or recent events, or is it kind of the sum of collective failure? The lyrics are so bleak. I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be a wake-up call or a final verdict.
I think it's the end. I think it's the end.
Yeah.
I don't know. You have something to tell about that, Yvan?
Well, quick note, that's one of the ones I wrote. So the
Yes.
music is by me.
Okay.
I'm pretty
Okay.
proud of it. I
Correct.
think it's a pretty cool song.
Yeah.
And I tried to. So the lyrics came after the music, so can't comment too much on the lyrics, but I'm pretty proud of the song. And I was talking earlier. Sorry, I'm a bit going somewhere else than the question you asked, but I'll get back on it. It has some of the small, not too much prog elements I mentioned earlier, like the weird bridge in the middle, the weird breakdown where everything is like confusing and disoriented. Fuck, what's the word? Disorientating. And also like the string parts at the end, which can be interpreted as maybe there's hope, but I think it's more about like, no, this is just like the final breath of humanity. The final, the chant du cygne, je sais pas comment on dit ça. I don't know how you say that in English. The swan song, right?
Swan song.
Is that a phrase in English? I'm not sure.
What is
The
it?
swan song. The swan song.
Oh yeah,
Swan song.
song,
Oh, yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's more about that. It's more like I don't think there's too much hope in that song. It's more bleak than I personally, I don't see it as a wake-up call. I see it as like, no, it's
No. Yeah.
it's too late at this point. You can make it make with it what you will, of course. If you hear hope in it, then it's about hope, right?
Yeah.
I didn't think I heard a lot of hope, but I just wanted to. I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be like, "Hey, look at this," or like you said,
What?
swan song.
Maybe the only hope is that I say that we are done, but we are few. So maybe there's some like 3 or 4 humans on Earth, the last one, and maybe maybe they will do it again. But I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe
It's
just
open-ended, right?
Adam and Eve. That's the last
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
New
The
world starting.
The joke
and
here is like when I die, I just want the referee to be going 3, 2. He's not getting up. You know.
No, not everyone will make it, fortunately. But are you familiar with the idea of death of the author? Death of the author?
What is it?
Death of the author. Maybe I'm getting too philosophical here. I'm not sure, but it's like a
Oh, yeah.
philosophical idea where and it's one I subscribe to. Where it doesn't matter what the author of, whether it be like a song or whatever, or a book, meant by what they said. What you make of it and what
Right.
you think it's about is as important, if not more, as what we meant with it. So if you see hope in it, it's about hope to me.
Okay. Yeah.
That's true.
It's
Although
kind of open to interpretation.
a lot of
Yeah, yeah,
I think
basically.
some of the craziest horror has come out of France.
France.
There was a show on Netflix called Marianne that scared my bejesus off.
Yeah.
That
I
was
didn't see that one.
crazy. It was a series. I think it only ran one season, and it was
I
all
don't know about this
that
one.
was intense.
Yeah, in the
That's a French
States,
one?
it was that show was called Marianne. But yeah, in the States,
Okay.
we like I can talk her into watching a horror movie just because it's French. Like I'll say
Oh,
it's from
really?
France, and
Tense.
she'll go,
Really?
okay, you know. So.
I don't think I can name like maybe two or like about except Julia Ducournau, who made like Grave and Titan, right?
Yeah.
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 I don't. And also, yeah, there was a French director who made like The Substance not too long ago. French woman, female director. But I don't watch many horror movies, and the ones I watch are more like American actually, like Ari Aster. And I don't. Is Ari Aster even American? I'm not sure. But like Heredity, Midsommar, and this kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
I'll take the compliment, but it's definitely not from me. I'm not responsible for that.
Yeah.
All right, so we play a little game on the show. Normally it's 5 random questions with Stace, that's me. So I have
Hi, Stace.
100 questions before me. So I want you both to pick 3 numbers between 1 and 100. It corresponds to silly questions you have to answer.
I'll start 5, 27, and 91.
Okay.
91. All right, we'll start with you. 5. What's the most fun you've ever had at a job?
At a job, I haven't worked many jobs to be perfectly honest. Oh, yeah, so now I'm unemployed because I quit my job because I didn't like it, and it paid me enough to have some savings to do some other shit in the meantime. But I used to work as a computer engineer, and we were offered like every year a week of technically like we are supposed to like have some how do you say seminaries, is that a word in English? I'm not sure. Like people who intervene and like talk to us about a wide variety of work related stuff, but mostly we were just drinking and chilling by the pool. So
Okay.
in a villa. So I was fortunate
Big one.
enough to have a pretty like to be like kind of protected by the company I used to work in. So that was pretty fun. To be
great.
paid to chill by a pool and drink beer.
Yeah. That's tough to
is
beat.
the dream of
you know?
everyone, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that. All right, 27. Which musician has aged the most gracefully, in your opinion?
Has aged the most gracefully. Give me a second for that one. Fuck, who? This might, I don't know if you can edit that one out later or not, but it might take me a second to think about a good answer. But because most of the bands I listen to now are somewhat recent, so they haven't had the time to age gracefully or not.
Yeah.
Well, I'll kind of cheat and answer with my favorite musician, who is called Bumblefoot. I don't know if you are familiar with that name. Ron Bumblefoot used to play in the Guns N' Roses. He's a guitar player, but that was not the final thing he did, in my humble opinion. And he's a guy who started in the 90s. That's one of the best guitarists in the world to me. And he started struggling for many years, like touring all around Europe and barely like making a buck, and had a lot of psychological struggles. And he always stayed committed to like not letting that bring him down. And even though he has like some fucked up shit, he got in a car accident. He had a lot of I won't get into the details, but a lot of really hard shit happening to him. But he always stayed really humble and really down to earth. He made a masterclass in Paris, which I attended when I was younger. He does a lot of like charity stuff, and Even though he's been in the business for quite a long time, he's always and had a lot of struggles, problems with alcohol and whatnot. He always stayed really down to earth and cool. And also his music is absolutely awesome in my opinion. So I would say Ron Bumblefoot. Sorry, long answer.
Yeah, we were floored when we got to see Pentagram at the opening to Maryland Death Fest, and how Bobby Liebling has looked better at 70 than he ever has.
He had there was a kind of a meme around that guy,
Yes.
right? Like the the fucking wide open eyes and the hair. Yeah. This guy
Everyone's seen
looks
it.
like he has taken more drugs than everyone in the world combined, and he's still fucking here.
Yeah, it's crazy. In his younger days, he was a mess. I said, well, I guess if you finally got it together at 70, that's a good
Maybe
sign for you, at least.
your body gets used to the drugs at some point, and it just like
I think
working
the
on it.
ultimate answer is like Joey Tempest from Europe. That son of a bitch looks better now than he did when he was in his 20s, and he's 10 years older than me. Bastard.
Remind me,
you know,
who's
like
Joey Tempest?
Joey Tempest from the band Europe, you know, the Final Countdown band.
Europe, yeah. Okay,
If you see him now, he's better looking than ever. I'm like, you bastard, you know.
Yeah.
He's like, well, he's Swedish. They never age, you know. So that,
well,
that good. Yeah.
They're pretty lucky with their genetics.
He's just chiseled, perfect. you know.
We were
chiseled,
saying,
tall.
Yeah.
a lot of the death and black metal bands that have been around forever, like you were saying, Martin.
Oh yeah, Martin Van Drunen from Asphyx. We saw him at MDF, and he's got that skinny body, and the hair's all gray, and it just he's aging gracefully. He's still got the voice, you know.
He just looks like
it doesn't matter how gray the hair gets. It still sounds good, you know. It's great.
Yeah.
So
It's harder for the singers who can most easily like fuck up their voice.
Right.
As opposed to like a guitar player who can like usually if you can play guitar you kind of keep at a good level because you don't like it's not the same.
Well, we always
you
say
might
that,
headbang a little bit less.
The
Thierry
short,
King
if you ever
used to
noticed
be
this,
like, and now he barely moves, but yeah, you know, fair enough.
If you ever notice, like, there's a certain body style of singer, like Klaus Meine, Bruce Dickinson, Ronnie James Dio, Udo Dirkschneider. They retain their voice
guys.
if they have that short body. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it is, but all four of them have retained the voice, and there's gotta be something there to the body, you know, like
maybe possibly, yeah. And also the opposite of that is like the guy from Motley Crue, who I forget his name.
Vince Neil, yeah.
Vince Neil, who
Total opposite.
definitely,
Yeah.
I think he's short as well. I'm not sure, but he definitely hasn't kept at a good level.
He's the exception, right?
Yeah.
All right, we had one more for you. You picked 91. What's something the ultra wealthy get to do that you would love to try?
That's a good question.
That they get to do. Like, I have to give a political answer for that. Something they get to do but they don't do is use their money for good. And I would love to try if I was them. Like, you know, maybe give some rice to your workers, maybe fix famine because they have the means to do that, but they just don't care to. You know, I don't know.
That's a good answer.
Do some good.
Do some good.
All right, sir, you're up. I need 3 numbers.
98, 99, 100.
I picked the last 3. The last page. Okay, 98. Would you rather cook dinner or clean up after?
If I do it,
Would you rather cook it or clean up after whoever made it?
Of course, yeah.
It's a would you rather question. It's which one of the two, c'est l'un ou l'autre. Tu préfères faire à manger ou nettoyer après?
Both. It's a part of
We are French. We do both.
If I cook, then I clean it. No big deal. That's okay.
That's very expeditious. Yeah.
Do you have a signature dish that everyone loves that you make?
Do you know a cooker? His name is Otto Lengi. Do you know that guy? He's from Lebanon, and he did a book.
Okay.
He did a book a book is the name is Simple. So that's simple things to do, and that's very good. That's like a Mediterranean food, and that's very good. And I like to do it a lot.
Yep.
I'm a big cooker myself. All right, 99. Lord, I got this all out of. What's your favorite room in the house?
Favorite room in my house?
Mm-hmm.
Toilets.
The most privacy, huh?
Yeah, you know what? I have some books in my toilet, and I put all my concerts, gigs, tickets under Yvan, comment on dit des cadres? Comment tu
In
dis cadre? Under
fuck, I don't remember. In a frame.
the
Okay,
frame.
yeah.
Yeah. All your
So
tickets to shows.
so when I'm in my toilet, I look around. So I saw Prong, I saw Alice in Chains. I
Oh,
saw
that's cool. Yeah.
so that's nice. So that's my
Yeah,
favorite
that's cool.
group, and I'm
A good
alone.
reminder.
And I look up the door, and I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, that's kind of with we have the e-ticket now. Everything is on your phone. That's kind of going away now. You don't get the paper
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
anymore. I
that's
guess
true.
that's going to be like a retro
But
thing now.
I print them anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
They're ugly. They're ugly, very ugly. But there's the name, there's the date and the name of the band. So
And
it's
the
just
venue, the room.
it's
Yeah.
just for me, It's just
Yeah.
I've been there. I've been there.
You've
That's
been
the
there.
good thing
Yeah.
with like printed and like physical stuff as opposed to digital is it makes
Yeah.
memories. Like I'm not a big picture guy, but even though like all the pictures I take always end up like because I don't synchronize them on the cloud or whatever, they always every time I lose or break my phone every like 2 or 3 years, I just lose all of them, and then don't have any memories of anything that I can go back and check. So that's a big
Yeah.
advantage of the physical stuff. That's why I still have CDs. I'm the only guy with CDs still.
Yeah, the
No,
only
me
thing
too,
I
me
get to
too.
save is when we go to like a big festival and I save the wristband. That's a tradition that I do. At least
Yeah.
I pile them up. I have these two skeletons hugging, and I've been putting them on there, but I'm gonna need another statue pretty soon.
Yeah, we got a lot of them. Yeah. Yeah.
I used do they do the same in the US where they have like the bracelet that you can't really
Yeah,
take
the
out
bracelet.
because they're like
Yeah, you can't take them off. Right.
yeah, you can take them off. So I used to keep the bracelet as well, but then at some point I had like 10 and they were getting dirty, so I just cut them off and now I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
It was weird with Maryland Dust Fest. It was like a 3-day pass, and they're like, "Don't lose it. We can't give you another one." I'm like, "Well, I guess I'm showering with this." And
Yeah, we had to wear it for 3 days. Yeah.
Yeah. That's weird.
All right, last one was 100. Garth Brooks or Taylor Swift concert? Who are you picking?
Excuse me, can you repeat? Sorry.
So, if you had a choice between these two concerts, Garth Brooks or Taylor Swift, which one would you pick?
I don't think Garth Brooks is very popular in France. I'm not
No,
sure
I don't know
Thierry
the
knows
first
him, and I
one.
don't think I know them as well.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
He's very country.
Yeah.
Country.
Okay. I think
Well,
I choose a country music. Yeah.
yeah, but I correct me if I'm wrong because I think I have like heard one song from him. It's like pretty modern country, right? It's like pretty produced and pretty like pop in a way, no? Or am I mistaken? It's not
I
like
am
old
so
school.
not into country.
Yeah, you don't know either. But
He's huge in Ireland. Like I have a
Oh,
friend that
really?
lives in Dublin, and he said that when Garth Brooks comes to Dublin, they pretty much shuts the whole town down for several days. Yeah. And there's
oh
people
really?
like in cowboy hats and dancing in the streets and stuff. So
Okay.
it's like a sociological thing.
Yeah. Or maybe he's popular in France and I just missed it, which is possible, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
haven't heard a lot about him. I have heard a lot about Taylor Swift, but not so much about that guy. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. My boss and his wife got tickets for Taylor Swift, but you just get on this queue and you buy them, and then later they tell you what city you're going to.
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
The demand
That's
is so high that she's not coming to your town. you're going where she says to go.
So they went
that
to
crazy?
New Orleans.
So
That's-
yeah, you have to like they had to fly to New Orleans to see her because there's so much demand.
It's crazy.
That'll be you
That's
guys
the-
soon. As soon as you guys, just a few more
Hopefully.
sales, and you guys will be right there with her. So.
Well, that's Ticketmaster for you, right?
Right.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I think because I don't think that works like that in France. That's a huge. I mean, I'm not explaining things to you that you do know better than me, but
Right.
that's a Ticketmaster issue, and that's a monopoly issue, and it comes back once more to capitalism and accumulation of power and wealth. Because in France
Yeah.
we have many retailers, so if one says and they get, I don't know exactly how it works, but they get to split the shares. Like one retailer will have like a third of the tickets, and another one will have another third, and another one will have another third. And if one says, okay, Taylor Swift, high demand, 800 euros, and you don't get to pick where you go, the other one is going to be like, okay, no, we'll make it cheaper. And competition kind of works actually. So we don't
Yeah.
our ticket concerts are like maybe 5 to 10 times cheaper than they are in the US. So you're really getting fucked with that one. Sorry.
Well, luckily, a
about
lot of the
that.
smaller venues don't use them. They use other
Yeah.
apps.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
so
yeah.
relieved when it's not Ticketmaster because there's 3,000 hidden fees.
There's a really
Yeah.
interesting interview with the band Pearl Jam. It's online because Pearl Jam tried in the 90s, they tried to boycott Ticketmaster. And they were playing in like churches and town halls and VFW halls. And they had to worry about um, toilets and parking lot security and every detail and just all these things. Like they said, like the music was like the last thing we got to think about because we had to do literally everything.
It's you can't really fight against that.
Was it The
It's
Cure? I think The
impossible.
Cure wanted to have they wanted to have like a $12 ticket, like a nostalgia thing, and Ticketmaster
Yeah.
was like, no, it's minimum $80. Like they just jacked it right up. Like it didn't work at
Yeah,
all.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. And also, like, even without Ticketmaster, if you don't have some strong methods to prevent resale, like
Oh yeah.
someone is going to buy 50 of them and sell
We
them
call
for
that
like 10 times the
scalping in the
price.
US.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
scalping.
scalpers.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
fucked.
So for you guys, what songs get the most crowd response and mosh pits going? And what's the weirdest thing you've ever seen in a mosh pit?
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Thierry, but I think the song that works the best is probably When You Cross the Border
I would think
Yeah.
so.
live. Yeah, that one
I think
always,
so,
and
yeah.
That's a
also
banger.
that one gets you more pissed off, so you scream louder on this one.
It's great. It's great. I'd be in there. I'd be in there moshing. Yeah, totally.
Well, you're welcome
think
to
I-
come
I-
anytime, show us.
Harakiri,
Yeah, Harakiri works pretty well as well.
does
That's
it
true.
too,
Okay.
yeah.
You guys
And
have
often
the
we do a fake out. Well, we're spoiling. Sorry, anyone in the US if you see that, but we do a fake out at the end where we finish with the last light we saw, which ends up in a very melodic and a note that's held for pretty long at the end. And then our drummer at the end just goes 1, 2, 3, 4, dun, 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 and we
awesome.
get into Harakiri out of nowhere, and like the surprise element tends to go people
Yeah,
make people
it
go
works.
crazy. It
It
works, yeah.
works.
That's awesome.
I've seen a trend in mosh pits lately where someone will have like a plastic inner tube around them, which is kind of smart. It kind of bounces everybody else off you.
Well,
Yeah, have you seen that in Europe? Because that's a
I
US thing.
I haven't I haven't, but in my humble opinion, usually like except in the like most underground hardcore venues, you don't. There is a place for mosh pit in the crowd and the place for like if you don't want to mosh and just want to chill.
Right.
So either you want to mosh and you go in, or you don't and you don't. But I don't see the point in like going half, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah, we always get this the one guy dressed as a ketchup bottle or a banana. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's a festival thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a festival thing.
Yeah.
In
Then you
regular
end up
concerts,
watching that guy because he's a banana, and then you're like, oh no, the banana went down.
Or
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
or like
yeah,
last
yeah,
year, there
yeah.
was a guy, he had a horse's head and you just kind of see him on the mosh pit. Once in a while, he'd go up and then go down. Yeah, so it's about
Yeah,
like having
well,
a costume. Yeah,
yeah. Well, that's a festival thing.
yeah,
The first thing I think every time, because I'm a pretty pragmatic guy, I would say, and I prioritize comfort, and the first thing that comes to my mind is like, fuck, it's 40 degrees outside Celsius, so that's I don't know, but a fuck ton in Fahrenheit. It's really hot. Um, I'm barely surviving in a shirt and short
yeah.
pants.
Exactly,
What the
exactly.
why the fuck are you wearing like a full body banana suit?
I
You
know.
know?
I agree with you. Like when we're doing a festival, I say it's about survival clothes. Just
Yeah,
whatever's the most comfortable, just t-shirt, shorts, whatever will get you through. Because you're gonna walk
yeah,
like 3 miles. There's not, there's not gonna, the drinks are gonna be expensive. I don't know how these
yeah,
people dress like a giraffe. I'm like, well, why,
yeah. Also, your clothes, if you mosh a little bit, your clothes are going to be ruined pretty fast by the end of the festival.
Exactly.
So you
Yeah.
have to pick the cheapest one that you don't care get fucked, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, we see these women in heels. Not me. Tennis shoes.
yeah.
I'm
In
gonna
metal
be standing all
festivals,
day.
Yeah.
in metal festivals, you see women with shoes with heels.
Yeah, just
Re-
I was like, wow, that's gonna be really
yeah,
uncomfortable in an
For
hour.
9.5 hours or whatever. Yeah.
yeah. That's well, I don't get it, but good luck to them, I
It
guess.
looks good. Yeah.
So having Korea represent metal so powerfully at the Olympics, what a performance. I thought it was an amazing metal goes mainstream moment. Do you think that rippled into your scene? And I think it was very impactful for shining a light on the French metal underground and kind of putting it out there. Did you feel any?
um, I heard friends talking about it who weren't metalheads, but I don't think I don't know if it's convinced that some people were like, okay, this is interesting, why not? And maybe they opened their minds, but I'm not sure it made more people go to shows. I don't know what you think about it, Thierry.
About what? So I
About
didn't get it.
Gojira at the Olympics. Uh,
Ah,
do you remember
yeah,
that?
yeah,
And it was a big moment for metal because it put like in
Kind
a
of
yeah,
very
making
public
metal
space.
yeah, yeah,
mainstream.
yeah.
Yeah. Do
I
you
don't
think it
know.
like made more people go to show or more people aware of metal, or I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. No.
It's hard to say.
Yeah, I would say
So
they are invested in a like in a ecological thing, but they just came to Paris for 3 minutes for
Yeah.
show. So I like them. I'm I'm a very I'm very proud to be French for
And how
Godzilla. I'm very yeah. I like them so much, but I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand.
yeah, it didn't really fit their they were criticized a little bit because it's like the Olympics is not a very ecological thing at
Yeah,
all.
yeah, yeah,
And it kind of goes against the message, but
yeah.
it puts metal it makes shines a light on metal. By the way, quick anecdote about that. If you saw the whole thing at the beginning, there's a decapitated Marie Antoinette,
yeah,
former like wife of Louis XIV, Louis the 14th. Um, and my roommate made she's like a hairdresser and a makeup artist for like a tournage, how to say, for like movies and whatnot. And she made her up and did the wig and whatnot. So I was pretty
oh
proud of
Oh,
wow,
it.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it was great
So that's
special
and
effects.
she doesn't give a shit about metal, but she like she doesn't seem to realize that some work she did was seen by a billion people, which is like
Yeah.
mind blowing to me. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it just seems to me like it seems to be more and more mainstream. Knocked Loose made, a live show appearance on Jimmy Kimmel here, and there were people that wrote hate mail.
Yeah.
well, fuck the haters, right?
Always going to
um,
be haters. Yeah.
always gonna be haters. Oh, I see the cat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, yes, I guess. What was the question again? It's getting more mainstream. I think it's been mainstream for quite a while now. I mean, it's or more or less like it's had its peak in the 80s, I think, 80s, 90s,
Yeah.
a bit of 2000s as well. Then it
Yes.
got down a little bit, but I don't think it needs to be mainstream that much. Like it's fine if not everyone listens to it, in my opinion. I don't want to be like gatekeepy, but like like we don't need to be number one all the time, right?
Right. Right.
So yeah, I
So-
don't know.
If you guys were offered, to do that at some major event like the Olympics, political protest, what track would Tigerleech blast over the loudspeakers?
I think like tell me what you think, Thierry, but I think it would be like either When You Cross the Border or Harakiri of the Capitalist System.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Those ones are the most like
Those two.
like
That's
if we have a place to get a message across, we need the ones with the strongest message. So I
Yeah.
think that
Yeah.
would be those ones.
very strong choices. Yes.
Yeah.
So, what band, past, present, resurrections allowed, would you love to share a tour with, even if you had to sleep in the tour van the whole time?
Thierry, you got one for this one?
You mean all bands?
Any
Old
band,
Any
bands, new
band.
bands, whatever.
Any band?
existing, past.
Just
Even
one?
one that doesn't. Yeah.
Wow. I don't know.
Let me think.
Yvan, if you have an idea.
I'm
have
not
to think.
sure. I have to think. Slayer, I don't know. I like Slayer.
That might be possible.
I'm a basic guy,
Yeah.
Oh yes,
I
I,
know, I
I,
like
have one.
Slayer.
I think I would like to play with Bad Brains.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Good choice. Yeah, for sure. That's the political side. That's the Rage Against the Machine. That's where
There
it
it
comes
is.
from.
Yeah.
The
There it
other
is.
first, yeah.
So, with Bicephalus unleashed into the wild, what's coming up for you guys? Are you planning a tour or more videos, merch drops, or are you already back in the creative cage?
We are making a video right now. It's been shot already, and it's going to come out. We are not sure exactly, but you'll know when. And we did a few shows after releasing the record. Like we did 2 or 3 shows, I think, in the past month and a half.
Yeah.
And I think we have a few coming in the at the end of the year, but not that much, I think.
No,
And
there's
also,
one
and
in
we
September and like 3 in October
yeah.
for the
But
moment. Yeah.
no tours, unfortunately, just yet. We wish, but
Yeah.
it's not that easy to pull off. And
We don't have
and
a
we have started working on new songs also as well.
yeah. And we don't have a touring manager, and we don't have a like a structure touring structure or touring company, so it's hard.
Yeah.
It's me just
Well-
doing it. Sorry, with my own.
And sending emails to everyone.
Yeah.
So it's tricky. Yeah.
And
Well,
there's
sorry, go on.
so sorry, but there's so many bands, and there's no places, venues to play. It's hard. It's
Yeah,
very hard.
It's hard. A lot of them are closing in Paris, right?
Yeah.
Like venues for smaller bands, either because of like travaux, fucking like construction work, or because like they just don't make it financially, so they're closing down. So it's getting harder and harder to play for a smaller band, especially a smaller metal band in France. So we do what we can, and thankfully Thierry sends a fucking ton of emails.
I try.
Yeah. But as
See, that's
the
interesting.
song says, the art of do it yourself, right?
So that's interesting because in the States, we would think that Paris would be like one of the last places to really appreciate the arts,
The people do, but like even the public is regretting it, but it's
Yeah.
out of our control. There's like politics
venues
and
are closing.
financial stuff involved, so it's not up to us, unfortunately.
Wow.
Love to
Yeah.
see you guys in a festival. I think you would be what people would call the find of the festival. Like, they hadn't heard of you before, but wow, I think you'd blow them out of the water.
Yeah.
I wish. If you can find us some.
Yeah, like what was it? I think it was last year, the year before that band Brutus really blew up. You know, the band Brutus with the girl drummer
Heard about
singer.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
heard about
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I think that could be you one year. That could be you
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah, you could be right
Hopefully.
there.
I
You
wish.
just got to get a hot girl drummer that sings. You know. Yeah.
Well, it's already hard to find a hot guy drummer, so we'll see about that.
Yeah, your drummer's a beast. I like the way he uses a lot of rim and cymbal abuse.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very
Yeah.
unique sound.
Very heavy.
He's very, very good, and thank God we have him. He keeps
Yeah.
everyone tight. Yeah, it feels sometimes like, especially during the breakdowns, that he, like the cymbal, insulted his mother or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And he goes like, like he beat the shit out of the
Yeah.
drums. Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, I like all the lunk, plunk, bang, schwa. It
Yeah,
just makes a
yeah.
really great drum line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Falling on deaf ears.
Okay, Deaf Ears 1 is the new album from Patriarchs in Black entitled Home. A patriarch is defined as the male leader of a tribe, and these guys are clad in black. The veritable ebony, sable, inky, sooty, dusky, dark, dare I say, doom. Who better to lead the tribe of heavy than the New York, New Jersey riff titan Dan Lorenzo and drum legend Johnny Kelly? For their fourth full-length, Home, they've assembled a fresh crew of collaborators. And the lineup reads like a festival poster. Carl Legel, Mark Sunshine, Kelly Abe, John Costco, DMC, Rob Trainer, Joe Ferreira, Frankie Diaz, and more bring vocal personality, texture, and even a few surprises across 14 tracks, most of which clock around the 4 to 6 minute mark. Each track has its own flavor, but make no mistake, a doom current runs through it like a slow, smoky river.
There are many standout tracks, but one of my favorites is Sweet Blood. Lorenzo's guitar opens the door, fuzzy as my orange tomcat and strutting with just as much swagger. Mark Sunshine's vocals slide in from a few angles at once, like a rippled dream, growing into impassioned, drawn-out notes. Iron Luke Strahan's bass line is wobbly enough to flunk a field sobriety test, while the seductive shrug of the guitar winds over Kelly's drums that knock and drag like they're marching through molasses. It's a hazy, wait, did I just eat an edible kind of vibe? The repeating guitar line of descending chords ending in a little warble sticks in your brain like glitter in the carpet after the party. Near the track's end, some yowls from Sunshine awaken the drums from their stupor. Sticks start flitting around like a nervous engine. The bass is Dairy Queen Blizzard thick, and it definitely passes the spoon test. A woozy interlude of slow doo-doo-da, pulls everything back to syrup speed. Let's play a clip. This is Sweet Blood.
While Where You Think You Are Going is a horse of an entirely different color. It kicks off with delicate reverb-drenched guitar plinks that slowly melt into crevasse-deep riffs before DMC starts dropping rhymes over the haze. Kelly's kick drum enters with dramatic pauses, then erupts in splattered fills and ricocheting rolls. And just when you think that's enough, a minor chord choir of oh-oh-ohs rings out like spectral wind chimes tangled in a restless breeze. Kelly's drums pulse, 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 roll, ratcheting up the tension. Enter Sarah Sovak. Her folk-tinged soprano vocals play the perfect fool of the DMC swaggering verses. Her folk-tinged soprano vocals play the perfect fool of the DMC swaggering verses and well-placed hell yeahs. Toss in violin and flute creeping in, and suddenly you've got a strange and haunting soundstorm. Sovak and DMC volley lines back and forth, in with a violin outro, so haunting it might just curl your toes. Call it folkish doomy rap, because why the hell not? Then in another shapeshifter morph, we get Enough of You.
Kelly kicks things off with a provocative shuffle, hi-hat splunk included, while Lorenzo lays down some southern fried, reverb-laced guitar licks. Beneath it all, a slow, undulating bass line slides in like it's wearing a smirk. Frankie Diaz steps up to the mic with vocals that sound like he smoked a pack a day since birth. He's mad at his woman. Whiskey and wine stealing? Mad.
Dumper.
And growls out the refrain, I've had about enough of you, girl. Behind him, a chorus of backup woo-woo singers rally in emotional solidarity. Then Lorenzo delivers a guitar solo that doesn't just shred, it slips, climbs your apple tree, slides back down your rain spout grinning. The whole track oozes charm, grit, and a well-earned stomp, southern-tinged swagger. There's a lot to love in this kaleidoscope of styles, but the one that had me singing to my cat the next day was The Call. Odd, since I usually go for the scorchers, but this ballad is a slow burn that smolders in its own right. The cat expressed its approval with a full cheek-to-cheek rub mid-verse. The guitar notes drip down in a sudden cascade, like tears you didn't know were waiting. At the helm is the unmistakable baritone of Carl Agel, commanding, restrained, and rich with quiet drama. The dead have come to visit, my ancestors in a room. They have come to give me a warning, come to bid me to the tomb. The melody, catchier than a cold in preschool, is mirrored by Lorenzo's textured, scrunchy riffing, with Kelly's drums landing not with speed, but with sheer gravitational force. The track lifts off midway with a flurry of tom rolls and guitar blasts like strobe lights before gliding gently back to earth. The acoustic outro is all string squeal and harp tone shimmer as Agel pleads, Please don't go, his voice circling like a curse caught in a whirlpool.
Dan Lorenzo says about Home, did you ever see the movie Groundhog Day? Bill Murray is forced to live the same day over and over again. How boring, right? With our new album, you'll still find our usual doomy riffs, but this time we took some chances. And honestly, give yourself an A+ for keeping things weird, fresh, and heavy without losing that signature style. For some reason, the band name makes me think of the Michael Penn song No Myth, just with slightly altered lyrics. What if they were patriarchs in black jeans? What if they were Doom Kings? It's not fair. Maybe they were just looking for rock stars to jam with. This is The Call. Okay, Duffers 2.
This is Dumbells. Up late with Dumbells. I must say, charmed as I was by this indie rock four-piece out of Sydney, they definitely proved to be one of those Google Challenge monikers. Try it and you'll find yourself staring at all sorts of bigger biceps faster and ultimate butt lunge videos along with links to endless pages of Reddit arguments entitled Bands versus Dumbells, which is better? Christ. After the third page of search results, I put down my sandwich and started thinking, maybe I need to tone up a little. Hardly the desired effect that Sam, Jen, and Ben, and Ishka were going for crafting this luscious 30-minute collection of angular jangles, punk-friendly vocals, and dual guitar explorations.
These four have been in an astounding number of Sydney-based bands with colorful names like Satanic Togas and TV Repairmen. Admittedly, it's not a style I listen to very much these days, but there was a time when players like Jay Mascis, Peter Buck, and Bob Stinton piqued my interest with their command for melody and creative guitar playing. The same can be said for the tandem of Sam Wilkinson and Ben Shatner, who find varied and interesting ways to incorporate two gits in every song.
Take a song like Cannonball, creeping in with a single guitar syncopated with a disconnected vocal building tension until the entire band kicks in with a lush bed of melody for Wilkinson to wail over. The track moves masterfully back and forth between single guitar and full band in a style like a slightly more angular version of early Kinks. Seed charges right out of the gate with hyperactive arpeggios that dance with power chord slashes. Wilkinson crooning, "The seeds of doubt, watch it all bottoming out," as drummer Ishka rolls over the toms like a man possessed. Around the 2-minute mark, it sounds like Ben, Jen, and Sam are all playing their own solos, which should sound like 2 radio stations at once, but it works perfectly. Let's play a clip. This is Cannonball.
Finally, there's Not So Hard, a cover of an NRBQ power pop jam built on perhaps Wilkinson's best vocal performance. And when the chorus comes in, "Don't be afraid to be close to me, if I could only make up your mind," it becomes obvious that this band is vocally better than just about anyone playing this style of music in 2025. There's a lot to like about Dumbells. The variation of styles, the experiments with guitar tone and interplay, and superior vocal performances from everyone. So stop doing squats for 10 minutes and head over to Bandcamp to grab a vinyl slab of Up Late with the Dumbells, a band that sounds so old and yet so new at all the same time. And don't forget to ice your biceps. This is Hammer. Okay, Deaf Ears 3 is the new EP from Cheap Heat called Blank Void.
Cheap Heat are 4 degenerates from Schenectady, New York, and they play a no-holds-barred style of hardcore punk with hard scream vocals from a dude named Cannonball and lots of cool guitar solos. Let me just say that this type of music will always get a review on this site because we love the style so much. Bands like Night Fever, After the Bombs, Deadfall, just ripping stuff, and Cheap Heat fits right in with them, as evidenced on this, their second EP. Not sure exactly when they formed, but I did find a 2016 live show from them labeled as first show ever, so we'll go with that.
It's tight and it mows your ass over in about 10 minutes of playtime. Frontman Cannonball won't be tackling Linda Ronstadt covers anytime soon, although if he did, I would buy it. He stays firmly in his screamy strike zone, while guitarist Joe Morizo has obviously honed his chops playing this style for years, as he smoothly alternates punchy rhythm slash with metalized leads without a single sniff of rhythm guitar. Of course, this means that bass player Jay Welf does an excellent burbly job staying in the pocket, along with drummer Charbs. From the opening feedback squall and hard-charging riff of Primetime, it's obvious that these guys are out to bowl you over with every track. This one particularly has an old-school hardcore vibe like something from Pussmort circa 86. Let's hear a little of Prime Time.
Dead End is another lethal 4-chord banger well under the 2-minute mark, and we're treated to hearing every spot of phlegm in the back of Cannonball's throat. Maturzio transitions perfectly in and out of a lyrical lead just in time for everything to stop on a dime with yet another feedback squall. The one that really made me want to take out the coffee table was This and That, Charbs dialing up a perfect mosh-inducing rhythm. Maurizio unleashing a wild metallic chug around the 1 minute mark like some lost discharge demo to marvelous effect, and then launching into another mangled solo.
Seriously, you guys need to check out Cheap Heat. Their first EP with the tits is sold out on cassette, but the 7-inch for this album is available for a paltry $10 over at Brain/Records, along with a ton of other worthy goodies with names like Wet Specimens and Never Mind Fuck Shit, Here's Grawlixes. I'm afraid to go there because I don't think I'll ever come back. Closing facts about Cheap Heat. Their Instagram is Cheap Heat is not a band, and their Bandcamp page calls them the plastic tequila bottle of rock and roll. You know what to do. This is This and Then. What other show would you put on to learn about mob movies and redundant speech?
No, and we always talk about the coincidences when we're putting the show together. Like the one time we did Everything Was from Britain. This was the Carl Agel show.
Well,
Quite
also,
unintentionally.
weren't there two Cannonballs?
Yes.
There's a song from called
Yes.
Cannonball from
And
the band.
the lead singer, I noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were lots
So-
of cannonballs.
Carl and Cannonballs. That's the undergoing theme. Did I mention that? No, never mind.
This has been the Snaggletooth Rock and Roll Podcast. Special thanks to the gentlemen of Tigerleech for appearing on the show. Be sure to get over to their Bandcamp page and snag Bicephalus Stat. Also, they have cool t-shirts. Snaggletooth theme courtesy of Jens Kemgren of the Firebombs. Deaf Ears theme by Tim Green of the Fucking Champs. Season 4 artwork courtesy of KC Angel. You can find him on Instagram at KC Angel Art. Deaf Ears bands include Cheap Heat, Patriarchs in Black, and Dumbells. All content 2025, the Snaggletooth Rock and Roll Podcast.
What? One looks one way, one looks the other way, and this guy's like, what do you want from me?
This is the Snaggletooth Rock and Roll Podcast.